Hi everyone, today I decided to make barbecue sauce. I have molasses, my homemade ketchup that has apple cider vinegar in it all ready for the recipe. I have tomato sauce, I have onion powder, garlic powder, sriracha seasoning, smokehouse maple seasoning. I have my 4 jars lids that I'm going to use, of course. And I also have wide mouth pint jars. I love those because they're easier to clean and more accessible for use. I have a funnel and I also have my jar grabber. I'm showing how I hold it because I see sometimes that it's held the opposing way. This is just a jar opener for your canning lids so that they don't get damaged. I'm going to start by adding my tomato sauce to my pot. I use 2 cans of tomato sauce and I used a half a can of water with that same can. Once I added that in, I added my ketchup. The ketchup is a thicker consistency, so I kind of had to shake it to get it out of there, but I followed up with my rubber spatula to get everything out of there and get it mixed in pretty good. Next up, you're going to see me adding my seasonings. Now with these seasonings, I will say less is better. I always add less so that I can always go back and add more, because if you add too much at the very beginning and you try to go back and correct it, it could mess up the entire recipe. So add the seasoning, adjust to how you like the taste of it. Even with the molasses, you can add less molasses. You don't have to add a lot. It's just to your own personal preference. I use an immersion blender for this recipe because for me, tomato sauce can be kind of gritty and I wanted a smoother texture. I let this simmer for about 30 to 40 minutes, and once it had simmered, it was the thickness that I liked and it was also the flavor that I liked. I went ahead and I began to can up my jars. Once I canned up my jars, I used white vinegar to wipe around the rim so there's no sticky residue, and I used my 4 jars lids. They have that beautiful brownish orange seal on them, and I can say I still have 100% seal rate. I put my lids and rings on fingertip tight. Today I'm using my Nesco canner as a water bather. It has a water bath function, and I added 4 quarts of water because I needed to have 1 to 2 inches above the jar so they could water bath it properly. With the water bath function, you always set it to exhaust. You never set it to airtight. And then I water bath this for 20 minutes. With the water bath function, you have to listen to the canner to see if you have a steady stream of steam coming out of that exhaust. Once you do, after it's doing this cycle, you hit start again. This is my finished product and I'm very happy with it. Happy canning, and I hope you make this recipe.